Welcome back to CBS Mornings. This Women's History Month, our new series, Changing the Game, is profiling extraordinary women making an impact now and for future generations. This morning, we meet a leader in the fight for domestic labor and care workers' rights. You know, more than 90% of those roles are filled by women, and more than half of them by women of color. Ai-jen Poo's work has drawn the attention of billionaire philanthropist Melinda French Gates, whose company was behind part of a $10 million grant for Poo's group. Jamie Yuccas sat down with both women at the Los Angeles nonprofit eBell, which has a mission to educate and uplift women.
Everybody feels invisible and isolated and struggling because we haven't supported them. And that's the opportunity here.
For more than 2 decades, Ai-jen Poo has been drawing attention to a so-called invisible workforce. As the executive director of the National Domestic Workers Alliance, she advocates for the country's caregivers.
We represent the 2.5 million women who work inside of our homes, who make everything else possible.
Poo says proper recognition and compensation for the home care aides, nannies, and house cleaners are long overdue.
What a child care worker, an early childhood educator produces is human potential. What a home care worker produces is dignity and quality of life for the people who raised us. What could be more valuable?
Why is Ai-jen a game changer?
Oh my gosh, Ai-jen is a game changer because she has been advocating in this caregiving space for so long, and she's really elevated it on the national stage.
Melinda French Gates first met Ai-jen Poo through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. As a privileged businesswoman, philanthropist, and mother, she immediately recognized the critical nature of Poo's work.
We would be talking to single moms in low-income settings and hearing their struggle, you know, saying, my gosh, I used to rely on my mom to take care of my children so I, a single mom, can work. Now I'm taking care of my mother and I don't know where to put my children. It hit the nail on the head. I thought, oh my God, this is impossible for these women.
The pandemic really put us all in a different kind of crisis. Like, our kids were home from school struggling with online learning, our parents on lockdown in nursing homes or thousands of miles away, and we can be doing everything right, and without the programs and policies that support caregiving, it's just not enough.
Why are we so far behind?
Well, I think because so often in the United States, we think of the workforce as kind of what it was like in the 1950s, where, you know, one person went off with their briefcase to the office and the woman stayed home. And yet today, of all the kids in the U.S., 25% have a single parent. And of all families, 54% are dual income earners.
I see you really nodding your head.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have this assumption that care is kind of a personal responsibility that is to be managed mostly by the women in our households, right? And if we can't figure it out, we consider it a personal failure. We actually need policies, systems, programs, a workforce. And I think it really starts with investing in care programs, child care, paid leave, home and community-based care for the aging, and our care workforce that has been so undervalued. I mean, the average annual income of a home care worker in this country is $18,200 per year.
How is that sustainable?
I mean, imagine trying to take care of your kids. So the people we count on to care for us as their profession can't care for themselves and their own families doing this work.
These are also jobs in our economy, right?
Some of the fastest growing occupations in our entire economy are child care workers and home care workers. There is a proposal called the Better Care, Better Jobs Act that would invest in the home care workforce. It would be the biggest investment in the creation of good jobs for women and women of color in the history of this country. And it would be profound because this is a group of workers that has never fully been recognized as the professionals and skilled workers that they are. It would be a game changer.
Well, is there a lesson here too, that when women support other women, stuff gets done?
Yes.
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 That was Jamie Yuccas reporting.